Hey, welcome to a new season of When the Cleats Come Off. I am so excited to bring you today's guest, Jordan Woolery. She was just named, if you're seeing this very recently from when I post it, she just became the Big Ten Player of the Year in 2026. And she has way more accolades too, like first team All-American in 2025. I wouldn't be surprised if she is also in 2026. 2023 Pac-12 Freshman of the Year, top 25 finalist for USA Softball Collegiate Player of the Year. She's hit over 33 home runs, and she's also hitting over 500, which is insane. You've probably heard of her teammate Megan Grant, who she hits back-to-back with in the UCLA lineup. They both are a duo that have hit over 30 home runs in a single season, and that has only happened in the records books like a handful of times. So I'm just so excited for you guys to meet Jordan. Today we talk about what the heck is Bruin magic and why do we all need to be a part of this? Why she doesn't care about numbers and stats, even though she leads the country in so many of them, but how that's able to keep hitting simple for her. How she identifies herself as a hitter and is able to play to her strengths. How much of an impact playing with Megan Grant has had on her. What her two-strike approach is, which I love. As a hitting coach, I love hearing how athletes approach two strikes, and she actually enjoys two strikes. So I love her take on this and how she's able to play with so much joy and not take herself too seriously. Most of us take ourselves way too seriously. And last but not least, one of her answers in the rapid fire is one of the greatest answers, and it was totally impromptu, and I absolutely loved it, and I think you will too. All right, let's welcome one of the biggest heavy hitters in the country right now, Jordan Woolery, to the podcast. Jordan, welcome to When the Cleats Come Off, girl.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Same. I was a little jealous. I texted Gray Robertson. I'm like, you got her before I did? 3 days before?
I know. I've been seeing him and Tara, so I saw them at the beginning of the year too. Like me and Meg did something with them too. I was like, wow, we're back at Alliance.
I was gonna say UCLA is like Tara's, obviously
Yeah.
team. So she's got a special place for you in her heart. I'm so excited. So first of all, we met this past, was it summer or fall? More like kind of
Yeah, like
summer still.
summer. Yeah.
And to be honest, I had no idea I was going to meet you. And I was just like, okay, this is so fun because I see all these California people in my home state of Indiana balling out. Like it was Alliance Nationals. Like, first of all, what's that like seeing, literally a nationals in Indiana versus I was typically traveling to California for my nationals.
Yeah, we played my senior year. We actually went to Indiana too to play for Alliance Nationals, and I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, the weather honestly like wasn't too bad, so that's what I was happy about too, honestly. But it was cool to go somewhere new, like mark another state off our like travel list too. So yeah, it was cool. It was cool being on this side of it too this year, like from more of like a coaching, like watching perspective versus like playing too.
So what's that like coaching the younger generation?
It was really cool. I think it's crazy even now seeing them in summer and then all of a sudden like I'm seeing them on TV or like, oh my God, like that girl's on my team. Oh my God, that girl is like playing against me. Like it's just cool and like seeing all their success. It's really cool and like really special too.
Yeah. And Jamie messaged me and she's just like, yeah, you're going to coach the All-Star game, whatever. And I'm like, I know of these players, but now I get to like watch them do their thing. And on my team, I think I had like 3 or 4 Oklahoma players that will probably be an All-American as a freshman. And I'm sitting here like, this is insane.
No, yeah, that like Hannah Wells was on my team and now she's literally killing it. I'm like, this is crazy. And then Elsa, the catcher at Tennessee, she's on my team too. I'm like, this is literally like insane.
I know. They're playing together and now they're all going to be fighting for a national championship, within
Yeah.
a few months. And so are you. Can we just talk about last week and the fact that your entire senior class is literally going to go play in the AUSL? What is that like?
It's honestly so cool. And I think being able to do it all together makes it even more special just because we came in together, like we've been writing it out these last 4 years, and just be able to go on to the next chapter together too is so special. And I think it just makes it so much more exciting and even so much more fun too. Yeah.
Well, tell me about your classmates and why, because I think what's cool about watching this from like, it's obviously my phone screen, I'm seeing all this happen. I can't put into words how cool it is to see not just your teammates like going nuts for you guys, but also you had 2 other people that were getting this like rewarded with this at the same time. Like just the amount of love that I see you guys just have for each other. Y'all were crying for each other. Like
Yeah.
why is that so emotional? Why is that something that is hard to put into words? Like what is your bond like?
I think it's just if we just see how hard we've all been working these last 4 years. And I think the build up to this moment, and even the build up to our senior year, we've been wanting to like be on a best team, be on a super strong team these last 4 years. And I think this team, especially this year, is really special. And like the way you're saying, like we have so much love for each other. And I think just the unwavering happiness for each other, regardless of like how you're doing or like someone else's success. I think it just speaks volumes to the strength of this team, like the strength of the program in general. And I think that's why it makes these moments even so much more special because you know the people around you and like they just care about you so much and they just want to see you succeed just as much as they want themselves to succeed. And I think it's very unique and very special too.
Hmm. Now, have you thought about what it's going to be like competing against them one day? Like, I hope that you're all on the same pro team, but like, what are the odds of that?
Honestly, I do not want to hit off of tens. Like that's my biggest thing. Like I really don't. So I'm really hoping we're on the same team.
That's fair. That's fair. Amazing. Now, I feel like we kind of need to talk about Megan Grant because she is kind of a unicorn. Like, literally competed for basketball at the beginning of the year. Obviously, softball is her number one, so she's going to go compete with you guys once season starts. But, like, take me through that because you played basketball,
Yeah.
right? Until you were a senior, I think, in high school.
Yeah.
So clearly there's like a love of the game, but like, what is it like seeing your teammate just like go do this? Because being just a one sport athlete is insane. And adding that, like, what have you noticed from Megan in that regard?
It's honestly crazy how she was able to do it. I feel like especially during fall because it's such a grind too, and they're like prepping for season in like weeks, and we're like, you know how fall is. Fall is just you got to get after it, and it's just like practice, 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 like
Mm-hmm.
grind. So being able to do both, I think, is really impressive, and I think it just contributes to like her hardworking personality that she has, and I think that's one of her biggest qualities that she has is she just works very hard at everything she does, and I think her being able to do both. She was coming back to practice after she went to basketball to hit more and like doing all this stuff. So I think she's just very hardworking and it was very cool to see her live out her dream too. Yeah.
Like literally getting to cut the net
Yeah,
and
like that's
traveling.
crazy.
Oh my gosh, insane. Have you seen like her change in like a different, like not change because of this, but have you seen a growth in her from having to manage both, like as a leader potentially?
Yeah, I think just her different roles on each team. I mean, obviously they had so many stars on their team, so she was playing a different role than she does on our team. And I think it made her more well-rounded in that sense because she was able to gain more perspective that maybe she didn't have from softball, but she brought a different perspective to basketball too, just being in her role that she had with them too, you know?
And like the genuine love that even that team had for her, even though like she wasn't there for the national championship, she had to play. But it's like
Yeah.
she flew down and like got to see them cut the net and like they're all going nuts for her. Like it was
Yeah,
hers
it
just
was
as
really
much as
cool.
theirs. Yeah,
Yeah, it was really cool to see, honestly.
that's so neat. Okay, so there's this piece about UCLA that I struggle understanding, but you get it. Like, what the heck is Bruin magic? Like, because I think it's a real thing, but like, what the heck is it? Because I mean, watching you guys in postseason last year clearly was there. I've already seen it happen a few times this year for UCLA, and I'm sure there's more times Bruin Magic's going to come, but like, what the heck is it? I'm getting goosebumps even thinking about Bruin Magic.
Me too, honestly, me too. I would say the biggest thing that like really it's just like the belief, I would say, the belief that no matter what the score is, no matter what inning it is, no matter how many outs we have, I think it's just the belief that we will get it done and it will happen, even if we're down to like the last out, the last strike. It's just the collective belief as a team. And I think when you believe that you can win no matter what the score is, I think it makes it easier to be able to actually put it to progress versus just be like, oh, I don't know if we can win, but like we actually can win this game no matter what the score is. And I think we see that oftentimes, especially like later in games. But I think there's a lot of Bruin Magic moments even in the first few innings too.
Yeah. It's like that insane optimism that you kind of
Yeah.
have to have if you're going to come back. Like, as soon as you believe you can't, you will. Like, you won't do
Ex-
it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like whatever
go ahead.
no, like whatever like you think you are, you think you aren't, like you're right. Like if you think we aren't gonna win, we're not gonna win. If you think we're gonna if you think we're gonna win, we're gonna win, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And is there a piece of like all the alumni of UCLA into that picture too, or is it just the team in front of you? What do you think?
I think it's definitely like the alumni too, because they like set the path for us. So we're kind of like living it out through them and living it out through like their cool stories. And I think also seeing it done before us also makes it a little bit easier to believe that we also can do it too.
And there is so much tradition within UCLA, like that. It's such a cool thing to see. What Sue Inquest was able to kind of create, and then also like this new generation, but also like everyone from like prior UCLA is like sitting here like I don't care what the plane ticket costs. I am going to this postseason. Like I think that's just so cool and so special because really not many teams have that at all. And I'm sure you guys
Yeah.
know that, but I'm sure you also feel it when they travel well and you're playing at another stadium. You're like, oh yeah, we're doing this for us, but also like everybody who's here.
Yeah. Even like at Mary Nutter, a lot of the alumni come and it's literally so fun. Like after one of our games, they like came in our team meeting and were like dancing. It was so funny. And then even like this weekend, some of them are coming to Washington too. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I do want to kind of get into this because you're new to the Big Ten, not brand new, but still new.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think about this prior to this call. I was like, so how you feeling about this weekend? You're like, I'm just happy to travel close. Because now that you're in the Big Ten, it's like you're traveling to the East Coast, you're traveling to the Midwest so often, and that means you get home so late. But like, what's that kind of been like? Because I'm sure that's a grind in itself.
Yeah, it's definitely been different. I feel like this year, especially, I think we've had more road trips than we did last year, or at least we're going to some different places than we did last year. So it seems like it's a little bit farther. But even like our spring break this year, we did a 10-day road trip. We started in Rutgers and then we slowly made our way to Nebraska. So like we've been kind of all over the place. And then 2 weekends ago, we were in Chicago. We went to Champaign and getting like, it's also just crazy. Like getting to these places is different than how I imagine. Like getting to LA, you fly to LAX and then you drive 30 minutes in traffic and then you're wherever you need to be. But
Right.
like we flew like 4 hours to Chicago and then we had a bus 2.5 hours to Champaign, which was like crazy. We got there a day early, so it made it a little bit better to adjust and like have a full travel day without having to worry about like practicing or games. But it's just been a lot different. And I think it's just crazy, like with the time zone. I feel like for me, the time zone coming back is always harder than going there. I kind of like just trick myself when we get there that like the time zone is fake and just trying to like get as much sleep as possible. But yeah, it's been kind of a grind. It's been a little crazy, but it's been fun to spend time on the road with the girls and stuff. So
Yeah. More travel, more memories. Are there
yeah,
any
exactly.
stadiums that you've been like surprised by? Like when you got there, you're like, I had no idea this was like this.
Honestly, I was really impressed by Nebraska Stadium. It was really, really cool. It was like really nice. And then I honestly liked Illinois Stadium too. It was really nice. Like it was kind of small like Easton, which obviously like I like a smaller stadium for hitting,
hmm
but it was like the field was really nice. They had good grass too. So it was cool. And their scoreboard was literally huge.
Yeah. And I'm thinking back to when you played Nebraska, like obviously they have some insane fans. Like insane as in like they celebrate hard, but like
Yeah.
is it fun playing in an environment where like you're not this isn't your territory, but like everybody else is rooting against you? Like is that weird? Is that different? Or are you used to
I
that
kind of like it,
because you go
honestly.
places? Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like it just because when something good does happen on our side, like the silence is so
Mm.
loud and it's so awesome. So
hmm
like those moments kind of make it really cool. And then yeah, I think it's fun, especially like even in OKC, like we're not the hometown team, obviously. So like
hmm
when there is really good moments for us, it's like it's really cool. Or even like in Washington too, their fans really show out. So I think this will be another cool moment too.
I love it. Okay, well, we inevitably have to get into. I don't want to get into stats. Like, as a player, I hate stats. I don't know. How do you feel about them?
Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent about them, honestly.
You're like, I don't need to know what they are. But,
Yeah.
like, I do think we're in a generation where a lot of young athletes are getting their stats and it's, like, affecting their performance.
Yeah.
But, like, how are you able to, like, obviously it's everywhere what your stats are, but how are you able to still sit back and just believe, like, this is how Jordan plays? Like, stats don't matter. How are you still able to be so successful, even though those are everywhere?
I think now for me especially, it's understanding like the longevity of the season versus I feel like my freshman, sophomore year, I often got caught up in one game, like, oh my God, I was 0 for 3 this game. Like, I'm not gonna hit whatever like my goal was. But I feel like now I've been able to gain perspective of like understanding it's a 50 something game season and one 0 for 4 day is not gonna tank me or like take me out of the running for all the goals I want to achieve. And I think understanding that it's more than even more than one weekend, truthfully, too, with all the games that we do play, it makes it easier to put it in perspective of like, it's okay, like, it's okay to not be perfect every game. It's okay to not get outcome every game as long as you're focused on the process. And I feel like for me, the biggest thing this year is swinging at good pitches and being present. And I think controlling those two things as much as I can will often lead to outcome, but it's not all about outcome for me, especially in this last year, too.
Hmm. Is there a piece of pass the bat kind of like you? There's so many obviously insane hitters on your team. Like, talk about the momentum of that. The lineup before you, the lineup after you feels like that pass the bat mentality seems to be like when one person gets a hit, like the next nine are going to get a hit. Like, that's what I feel from just even watching. How much of that momentum has led to so much success from not just you, but like your team this year too?
Yeah, I feel like this lineup is literally insane. So it makes it a lot less pressure on one person to perform at their best every day because you know the person behind you is going to have your back no matter what you're going through. So I think the idea of like knowing that for me, Kanai behind me is going to have my back no matter what, I think it makes it easier for me to go up there and hit because I know I have a great hitter behind me who's also doing great things. So just having that mentality and also that ease of mind, truthfully, to know that everyone 1 through 9 is doing great thing and like honestly historic things. So it's like really cool to be a part of history, just be a part of such a lineup that's so awesome too.
Hmm. Amazing. Yeah, you keep reminding me of how excited I am for this weekend because like even now, like Washington's having an insane year. So are you guys. Like I cannot wait. I'm going to be staring at my television all weekend. It's
Yeah, I'm
gonna be insane.
excited too.
Um, cool. Okay, so I like to ask hitters this because hitting is this is what I still teach. A lot of times when I do clinics, like we do hitting, we do mental game. I want to know, like, how do you identify yourself as a hitter? Because I think we all have different identities as hitters, right? But like, who are you? What are your strengths as a hitter? Obviously, we're not trying to like give away tips, but like, what makes you the Jordan that we get to see on the field?
I feel like definitely, especially these last few years, more so power. But I also think my ability to hit with 2 strikes is one of the things like I pride myself on, especially like in recent years and like coming to college. I think like I'm comfortable hitting with 2 strikes, and I feel like a lot of times that creates like anxiety for some people when they're hitting. But honestly, I feel like sometimes it's easier to hit with 2 strikes because and I also feel like some I could hit bad pitches good, which is a blessing and a curse because sometimes then I'll ego hit and hit bad pitches when I shouldn't. But with 2 strikes, I think it also plays to my advantage because I feel like I can't hit any pitch. So it's a blessing and a curse. And I feel like these last 2 years I've honed in on swinging at better pitches just so I don't have to work as hard, but also still staying true to my game. And also sometimes if I hit a changeup that's 3 inches off the ground, like I'm gonna hit a changeup 3 inches off the ground too, you know? So
Yes, I will say I can relate to that, especially my senior year. It was like anything close I could crush and put it anywhere.
yeah.
And there's nothing better when the pitcher throws like exactly what she wanted to throw and it was out of the zone, but the hitter's like, nope,
And you
I'm
still,
just gonna
yeah,
take
no,
it.
I agree. I think it's sometimes it's too easy to ego hit. So I think that's like my biggest thing is like honing it back and just I feel like the biggest thing in this year is like just not working too hard. Like you don't need to work too hard to hit this pitch when you could wait for a better pitch. Like just yeah. So it's a blessing and a curse, honestly.
Okay, we need to unpack that though, because I literally yesterday in lessons was telling this player, like, stop working so hard.
Yes.
Like you're working too hard. And like this is so funny that we're talking about this because I hadn't planned to talk about this, but truly like when things feel easy and when you know your strengths as a hitter, hitting can be so simple. Like that's the key
Yeah.
is like keeping hitting simple. And that's I guess what you've been doing so well is just you're keeping it simple. How are you able to like work not as hard but like get insane results? Does that make any sense? I feel like I did.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's just swinging at better pitches, honestly. Like as simple and like as much as we've heard it, like swinging at strikes does make it easier to hit. Like unfortunately, that is very, very true. Like when you swing at strikes, you're gonna get better results, which is like we've been hearing that since we like started playing softball, but
Hmm.
it's crazy how like it actually is true. And I think also just having the discipline to understand like you will get a good pitch to hit versus like, oh, I'm gonna play into her hand and think like I need to hit this pitch because maybe I'm not gonna get one. But then I also think that plays into being comfortable with two strikes. It's like if it's not what I'm looking for and like I have less than two strikes, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna like sit on the decision to take that pitch too.
Hmm.
So
I think with two strikes, your decision, it's like it's a lot clearer. It's like if it's anywhere close, like we're gonna crush it. Are you trying to
yeah.
hit like smoke something with two strikes, or are you just trying to get like simple bat on ball with two strikes? Like in your head, in your
Definitely
mentality.
more bat on ball and just like let the ball travel a little bit more too. I feel like just kind of the same. I think my goal is always to just hit the ball hard. So it doesn't really change with two strikes. It kind of just changes like where I hit the ball in the zone, I would say. Like
Hmm.
late, like a little farther back in the zone.
Yeah. My sister had played at UNC in her last season at Michigan, which was Hutch's last year, which is insane.
Yeah.
We both had bonded over this. We're like, why are our stats so much better with two strikes than not? Like, why? But I think it's a lot of the same thought process is like, you're just trying to find like bat on ball. You're trying to keep it as simple as possible. And
Yeah.
like, my mentality was always like, just stay short, with two strikes, just stay
Yeah.
short, like short path. And yeah, like sometimes it goes over because like hitting it over is more
Yeah.
of just meeting the ball at the right place than
Yeah,
anything.
exactly. Because even like with my two strike approach, like I have the bat out in front, like I don't really lose power doing that. So it's just about getting as much barrel to the ball as possible, honestly.
Hmm. Amazing. I could talk hitting all day, but I
Me
think
too. I
what
love hitting.
I love hitting. I was about to ask, like hitting or defense, what do you like more? And I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I like hitting.
All day. Okay, so I'm actually going to go back because there's a lot of youth athletes here who have like big dreams to play in college, and I want to serve them here and ask you this question. Was UCLA always front of mind growing up? I mean, you're from California. Was it always UCLA or bust, or was it I'm just going to get as good as I can and earn everything I get? Like, what was your mentality as like little Jordan in the game? Like, what were you trying to accomplish?
UCLA was definitely my dream school. Like I have this book in fifth grade and it said like I'm gonna play softball at UCLA. So like UCLA was always my dream school, but I think as I got more into the recruiting process, I had an open mind still. I wasn't like UCLA or bust. But then when I came on my visit here, it just worked out perfectly and I just found like my home. So I think it was a mix of both. I would say UCLA was definitely on the forefront of my mind. But then as I got into the process and like was aware of like where I could play softball, I think it became I was a little bit more open, but then it just happened to be perfect for me to come here too. So
Mm-hmm. And remind us what travel team you played on.
my last 2 years I played for Mercado. Yeah.
How did
But
that
when I
prepare you? Oh, go ahead.
oh sorry. I was also committed like before the rule change, so like it was like a crazy time. But yeah. But for Mercado, I would say it honestly was one of like the best decisions of my life, even though it was like a big commitment. Because being from Northern California and then like driving to practice in Riverside and like my parents driving 8, 9 hours on a weekend just to get me to practice, it was a really big commitment. But I think being able to play at that level and play against these higher level teams and like higher level pitching really prepared me going into my freshman year. And I think it was also my first time when I first got to the team, not experiencing like a lot of success or not playing. And I think that also prepared me to going into college. Because if I was just having a big head, like, oh my God, every travel ball team, like I've played, I've been like the three hitter, but having to go through a time where I didn't play and like I wasn't having outcome, I think also prepared me to come to UCLA for when there was moments of like not getting outcome or not being the person that like people were relying on too.
Mm-hmm. There is a lot to say about, playing on a team where you're literally every weekend seeing a potential All-American once they get to college, especially from a
Yeah.
hitting standpoint. Like when I said I was like traveling to you in California to play on a national team, people in my neck of the woods, I'm from the Midwest, they're like, you're insane. I might have missed my cousin's wedding too to play in a national tournament, but like, and my family was not happy with that. My parents obviously were like, this is what it takes.
Yeah.
But there is something to say about like, if you have goals to just not just play in college, but like start as a freshman, there's
Yeah.
there's an important piece of like you got to see the best if you want to be the best on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I could talk about this for days, but like a lot of people, they commit and they're like, oh, I'm just going to take it easy now. It's like, no, you don't
Yeah,
want
like
to do
that's
that.
like I don't want to say that's the easy part, but like it just gets harder after that, honestly. And I feel like realizing what you want to do in your 4 years kind of starts, I would say, probably your senior year. Like your junior year is still kind of like getting into it, but I would say like you preparing for college probably starts your senior year, especially like that summer and like what you're doing and like who you're playing against too.
And now when you play against your travel ball teammates, it's some of the most fun games, isn't it?
Yeah, it is fun. Even playing with some of my travel ball teammates now, still it's really cool and like just really fun, honestly.
So cool. Nothing can beat that. So tell me, before we get into some rapid fire here, because I hate to let you go, but you got to go travel to Washington today. Um, Tell me what's unique about this year's team that makes this year just so special.
I think just the love that we have for each other on the field and also outside the field. And I also think our youthfulness is making it a lot more fun and honestly like they're keeping it light for us. I think it's just a really good mix of like upperclassmen, but also we have a lot of new faces, a lot of transfers, a lot of new Bruins. So I think it's a really good mix of like honestly like perfect timing of like we're all here at the same time. So like let's take advantage of this opportunity to all play together and just have the most fun and like break all the records we possibly can and do all the fun things on the field and then just also like have so much love and be so happy for each other's success on and off the field too. I think it's really cool and like a really like rare mix but a really cool mix to have and like what we have is really special, I feel like.
So when you say like record breaking, are you guys like shooting for numbers or are you shooting for just like how do you go about that? Because from someone I do have a record at Purdue, but like the goal was not the record. It was like steal
Yeah.
as many bases as I can. That's the goal. Are you guys thinking like individually like you are the fastest girl on our team, steal every base? Like is that how you're kind of like finding these records happening? It's just you're letting everybody's strengths just play out and like supporting that or what goes into
I
that?
feel like, yeah, like we're letting people's play into their strengths, but I also think Coach Lisa and her high standard that she does have for us will naturally, like when you're chasing greatness, even if you're falling a little bit below it, you're gonna do something awesome. So I think that's kind of also our mindset too, like of meeting the standard that she has for us. And she also does a great job of keeping it as simple as possible too. Like our goal is to just touch first base as many times as we can. And I think that makes it easy and obtainable goal of like, well, like I could walk, I can get hit by a pitch, I could do all these things just to touch first base because if someone's on base, like you're going to be able to get runs in. And our goal is to score as many runs as we can each game. And I think her making it simple, but also having a super high standard for us makes it really easy to obtain because it's simple, but also like it keeps it hard. And we're always keeping our head down and just like working hard and looking for the next thing to get better at too.
Yeah. I love how simple that is. Like just find a way to get to first, you
Yeah.
know? And obviously you have so many walks for that reason too. It's like
Yeah.
even though you love two strikes, like that's so
We'll
good
take the walks. Yeah. We'll take the walks.
all day. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to watch postseason. Okay, I want to do a quick rapid fire before you got to leave and go pack.
Okay.
Um, these are like some of them are just like random. Like you're gonna be like, where the heck did you come up with this question? I was kind of like putting
Okay.
these together and laughing. So, this is gonna be fun. Okay, actually, before we do it, people are gonna be like, where can I follow Jordan? I can't wait to follow her postseason. Like, what's your Instagram handle? Where can people find you if they don't already follow?
My Instagram is just at Jordan Woolery with two Y's. Very simple. Yeah.
Perfect. And that's your favorite platform.
Yeah. I would say Instagram. I'm like, I like take like a social media break, but I've been like fake on it because of all like the AUSL stuff. So like
Yeah.
I'm like partially on it, partially not right now.
I'm fake on it. Other people are putting
Yeah.
together the content. Here I
Yeah.
am.
I'm just like collabing with all the posts that I've been tagged in. So
Insane. I love it. Okay. Um, who we're getting into rapid fire. Who is a
okay.
Bruin who you remember being starstruck to meet the first time?
Megan Framo. Yeah.
Yes. So good. Hey, and you're probably gonna hit against her.
I know. No, she will throw to us still sometimes. I'm like, this is crazy. And she
Yeah.
actually ended up being my roommate freshman year too, which was like on the road, which was crazy. I was like, oh my God, this is like I was like freaking out.
I love that so much. Who's a team you get most excited to compete against every year?
A team.
Hmm.
Mm, I don't know if there's like a specific team because I feel like it kind of like especially now it kind of changes every year. But um I don't know honestly. Yeah. I would say this year I guess Washington because it's closer and like we're going there and like we
Yeah.
haven't been there in 2 years. So I think yeah, I would say Washington.
Do you know why I love your answer? Because you're not worried about who you're playing. You're literally just
Yeah.
like playing with your best friends and like who cares who's on the other side. That's what I
Yeah.
hear from your answer.
Yeah,
I
I would say
love
it's just
that.
like it's more so about us versus like who we're actually playing. So,
Score. I love that answer so much. Random. What's your favorite coffee order right now?
oh, okay, this is a good one. My coffee order right now is iced vanilla latte with oat milk, but I've been kind of wavering to an iced caramel latte with oat milk also too. It's been like back and forth.
Love that. Love that. If you could partner with any brand, what would it be?
I would say summer Fridays. I'm like a lip gloss gal, and like even if you see me in the dugout, like you'll see me putting on lip gloss like after I hit or like before we go out on defense. So I always have like lip gloss on me. So yeah, summer Fridays.
Shout out. We'll tag them. You also were putting some on. You probably didn't know this, like right as you turned on the camera,
Yeah,
too. She was
yeah.
ready. That's so amazing. Okay, we're out of rapid fire now, but like I literally, every time I see you play, you're playing with like the biggest smile on your face. Like I've never seen you, some people they play on the field and they look so intimidating and like scary. I'm not saying you don't look intimidating as a hitter. Obviously, you are, but like you just look like you're having the best time. And I think everybody wants to have the best time when they play. I don't care how old you are. So like you talked about this with your team, like you're bringing almost like this childish like play to the field. How are you able to do that? And like if you're a young athlete listening, or if you think of the young athletes listening, what would you tell them like from this point of view?
I would say just enjoy it. I think especially in this last year, in my last year being at UCLA, I want to have as much fun as possible and just really be present and really just play with so much joy because it is an opportunity and it is like I am so grateful to be here. But I think as you're younger, I think gratitude is the biggest thing. I would say even now, before I go hit, I've been telling myself like thank you for this moment, thank you for the opportunity. And I feel like that just makes it so much easier and so much better to play when you have so much gratitude and you're grateful for where you're at and you're grateful for the people around you. And I think just playing with joy makes it so much more fun to play. And like it is a game at the end of the day. So if we're taking it too serious, we've kind of lost the plot of why we're playing. So I think having fun, playing with joy just makes it so much, honestly, just so much more enjoyable and makes you have more fun while you're playing too. And I think that's why we play to have fun at the end of the day.
And it's contagious. These freshmen
Yeah.
probably had it so easy walking in, and they're like, these girls are just having the best time. That makes it easy for me to go play. But it does. Doesn't it
Yeah.
make it easier to play when you're just having fun? And like, obviously, there's the fun part. There's also the serious part of like, yeah, you got to prep. You got to make sure that you're good
Yeah,
enough to
for
like
sure.
play that way. But how fun we get to watch you this rest of the season and just
Thank
ball
you.
out with your besties. And then we get to watch you this summer. Insane.
I know. Yeah, it doesn't stop here, so which is exciting.
I know. I know. I'll give you some tips on like how do you rest before you go play in a pro season because that was a struggle
Yeah.
for me when I was drafted for 5 seconds. But yeah, we can't wait to watch you compete. We're all going to follow you if we aren't already.
Thank you.
Final thing that I just want you to share is from like a perspective of, again, I like to think of little Jordan because little Jordan went through a lot to get where she is right now. Is there anything that you would tell little Jordan? Whether it's, don't make this mistake or like keep doing what you're doing, like what does she need to hear if maybe she's going through am I going to be able to do all these crazy things that I've set out to do?
Just say the biggest thing is like I'm just proud of her and like what she's done to get here and like without like the journey that like little me went on, I wouldn't be able to be here and like be in this moment right now. So I would say I'm just proud of her and like that it's worth it and like yeah, it's worth it to keep working hard and just like keep dreaming big. I feel like That's the biggest thing for me is like my whole life I've always had these really big dreams. And even now, like I have such big dreams and I feel like it makes it exciting when you get to accomplish them. And it's really cool, especially this year, to like see a lot of the things I've wanted to do come to fruition. And I think it just makes it more special. But yeah, I would say I'm proud of her and just to keep working hard, honestly.
I know we just met last year, but I'm so proud of you too.
Thank you.
So pumped to see you guys play this weekend in Washington, but also
Thank
see
you.
what's coming up for the Bruins this year. I'm so pumped.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm excited.